Hello, it's Nienke here from Nienks.com, and I'm quickly going to show you some alternatives I made with the Exploring in Color May 2023 paper pumpkin kit. I finally had some time to play with that. So the first thing I'm going to do is use this white craft ink and then the pigment ink and a piece of the Moody Mauve that I just embossed with the Tasteful Textile 3D embossing folder, and that is 2 1/4 by 5 1/4 inch piece. I'm going to start with that because the white pigment ink needs some time to dry. Okay, it is a bit more oily or sticky than the normal inks, so it just needs a minute longer to dry or it will smear. Okay, with this embossing folder, it doesn't matter which side, they both look the same. And because we're not going to see most of the middle, we're just going to see the sides, I'm going to focus on that and very lightly. Remember, you can always take ink, add ink, you can never take ink off. So just very lightly put it down and then just run your finger around the edges like so. I like that very subtle white there. I think I'm going to just do that corner a bit more. Flip it around, do the other side. One thing to remember about the craft ink, the white ink, it also dries lighter. Okay, you can always add more when it's dried and you decided how much you want on there. Okay, I'm going to show you a piece I did earlier that's dry already. So this is the copper clay, and it is, I added some on there too. Okay, and it will just look like that. I'm going to let this one dry while we continue with this. And so what I did is I just took the card bases, laid them flat, and then cut them into 2 inch pieces. And I think I cut 1/4 inch off the top. Let's quickly see. Yes, 2 by 5, so it's 2 by 5 1/4 inches, so that we will have that nice border at the top and the bottom. So I got 4 of these pieces out of 1 of the card bases. I don't have any more left over to show you, but I did make an initial video where I showed you what how I cut off the entire card base. So they were printed on either side, and then I just cut them into strips. So I'm going to add some texture on here on the card base using some Mossy Meadow ink, and I'm going to use these splatters from the Quiet Meadow stamp set. I just absolutely love those. And here's my Stamp and Pierce mat. I always like to use that. So with this, I'm just going to, I got some extra ink on there, so I'll just have to be careful with that. Some splatters on here, and then add some at the top over there, just with some interest. And quickly clean this off, and then we can do our sentiment. So I had so much fun with this kit. It really was a lovely kit. I think when I checked last, there were still some refill kits and the add-on packs still available. Okay, and I'm going to use this lovely sentiment, Cheers to Another Adventure, on this one. Just have a very thin strip, 3/4 by 3 inches. I'm just gonna put that right in the middle, like that. And then I'm also going to stamp, I'm going to make 2 cards just to show you the different variations you could do. Now, where did I put the stamp set? Oh, it's right here. This is a very nice stamp set. I like the fonts. Okay, for this one, I'm going to use, it doesn't matter where you're going to, you have beside you. And like always, I use my grid paper to line up, and then line up the block. There we go. Another piece, this is 1 inch by 3 inches for the other card. Again, you can use your stamparatus for this if you want to have it clearer. I just give the ink a little bit of time to absorb into the paper, and you should get a clear stamp. And that is all the stamping done. These cards came together very quickly. I didn't add a lot of extra embellishments because I wanted to keep them more masculine. And I'm going to use this bunch, the postage type 1. Just get that, whoops, in there. Nice. Why do you not want to go in properly? There we go. And the other side. Oh, these strips, this strip is a little bit thicker than what the punch loves, but that doesn't matter. It will still, see, that one slides into the little slot perfectly. That one was a bit thicker. That's fine. There we go. This is one of my favorite punches right now. Okay, so here is our card base. The white ink has dried. It had some time to dry now, a little bit. Use some liquid glue just to adhere this down. Now I'm going to adhere this at an angle so that we can see a little bit of that beautiful color. So now if you felt that there's not enough white ink, you could add some more before adhering this down. And then I'm just going to put some liquid glue right in the middle so that the edges that go off don't look funny. And this I'm going to adhere straight in the middle, top to bottom, and then left to right, like so. And now I'm just going to add this with, now because this is going off here and there's 2 pieces of cardstock, I don't want my sentiment to be higher on this side, so I just grab some paper scraps. I think you've seen me do this in a previous video. I just use some little paper scraps and adhere that to the side that's going to go off the edge. I don't always do this, but these are 2 pieces of cardstock, so they are quite, DSP is thinner. Just adding to make the dimensionals level. Add one here, I don't mind about the middle one, and then this one right there. Like I said, I'm not adding any embellishments to this. I'm just going to put this right there. You're good. There's that very nice brass sequence. I think that will go very well with this. And then obviously some twine, but I decided to keep it very plain. Thought it was nice. Okay, so there's one. Let's put together one more. I already stamped this, and I'm going to put the focal image on the other side, so I thought that worked better with this image. It's one of the other card bases, the one with the trees. So beautiful. You really don't need anything else on this card other than this beautiful imagery. Like so. It's really Really fun to make these. And like I did with the other one, I'm just going to add some scrap pieces right here. Where it goes off that side. Now, as I said, this is totally optional. I like to do this because I sell my cards in if you store them and they are tight, you know, in a, what do I want to say, they're like bunching together, they sometimes start waving. Does that make sense? If you have a area like this, it will indent, where if you have everything on the same level, then it stays level even after a little bit of storage or in a stand or whatever. So just adding that one right there, like so. Okay, so that is 2 variations of the same card, just opposite, and then the different colors. And then there is one more where I use the envelopes. So with this piece, I just have a card base of boho blue, and I took the envelope and cut the front off and I cut it to 5 1/4 by 4, and then I embossed that also with the Tasteful Textiles 3D embossing folder. Isn't that amazing? I just couldn't let these go to waste. And then I'm just going to add that to the card front. Again, very simple layout. Now I want to add a lot of glue to this because it's very thin and it's embossed. Adding that right in the middle. And then I just cut a circle, and then I stamped Happy Father's Day from the Gone Fishing stamp set, the new, that very nice new one. I'm just going to add a little bit of liquid glue. I just wanted to anchor the sentiment a little bit. Whoops, that's too much on that side. I'll erase that with a glue eraser. So this is a 1/4 inch by 3 inch strip, and I'm just adding that right there. And then these are the dies from He's the Man, I think. I just wanted to add a little bit of that right there. And I just wanted to go over the green. I tried to use ribbon for the green strip, but I just couldn't find one that I was totally happy with. I just want this one to slide over that a little bit. Like that. Are you going? Here we go. And then I'm just going to cut this one off a wee little bit. You can also cut that at an angle. I like the liquid glue because it gives you time to slide things around if you wish. There we go. And then we're just going to add some dimensionals to this. I'm avoiding the area that's got the 3 layers, so I'm just putting it on the other sides. Oops. And I do think by the time this is posted, Father's Day would be over, but I just thought I'd let you know. You can obviously put any sentiment on there that you like. Again, you can add some bling if you want. I decided to leave it very plain like that, but still keeping the integrity of this amazing images. Okay, so those are the cards, some alternatives I've made. and I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will just see you in the next one. Bye bye.